nigga high as a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast for it. I am that nigga.
Young dog.
This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the lean. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden era baby, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, and living dreams. Now they zone out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted defeat. Back in the day, the rock had a violent free. Different story now, they got no energy. New drugs got M slow with the hit unload. Eyes closed and they don't dance no more. Rock used to be jumping, top shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am that nigga. I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more, it's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off. Shit just don't hit the same.
I am that nigga. Young dog.
To the stage here. Ooh, a lot of good things we're gonna cover here. Man, you know, this whole Corey Holcomb thing, Anton Daniels, I don't know how long I'll be here. I was on CT stream probably longer than I thought I would be. Anyway, this whole Anton Daniels thing, very interesting to me, definitely because, you know, it just represents that whole dichotomy. Two different worlds, two different people talking past each other more or less. And so, you know, I was up on CT more or less all day today, talking about this whole, more or less he was covering this Corey Holcomb thing. You know, before I get too far into this, you know, one of the things I think is the tragic flaw of panels, the pluses and minuses. I think the minuses is that the more people you have on the stream, the less able you are able to dive into the actual the topic. I'm guilty of it myself, but other people as well. You know, hey, CT, can you stop right here? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. And eventually, ultimately, you'll never get to the entire video, depending on the length of the video there. Damn, I need to call a guy quickly, so hopefully we get this on the stream. Let's do that. Wow, damn, I got these headphones in my ear. Let's take those out. Real Podcaster 2. You got a phone call to make? Okay, cool. All right. This guy just called me. I tell him, sorry to call you back so late. He just called me 15 minutes ago, so. He just called me. I need to close the deal on some of these people.
Please leave your message for 2.
Hopefully, what? Damn, I'm supposed to call a lady back. I got to call that lady back. For those of you that didn't see the stream, let me see if I can share that with you. Switch account. Damn. People not answering my call.
Please leave your message for 202.
Damn, I was supposed to call that lady back too. Let me call her. Yeah, I gotta call them all. Call them all.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Sorry to return your call so late. Sorry about that.
No, sorry, I'm calling you late. I wanted to know if I could come tonight. There's been a change of plans.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I sent you the code, right?
Yes. So I just wanted to make sure it was okay first.
Yeah. It's fine. What was
Okay,
your, what was
thank
your
you so
change?
much.
What happened? What was your change of plans?
Because I want my own space. I'm tired of being around people.
Oh, where you in Maryland? You said you're living in Maryland somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you know it's fine. Yeah, I still start your next payment cycle up would be what 2 weeks from Saturday, right? You said Saturday, right?
Yeah, but I get paid next week, so I'm gonna just put that away next week.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep. You too. Bye bye. And that is the state of Black America right there. She couldn't wait to get away from the other Black people that she was living around. So she was supposed to move in on Saturday, and she said, "You know what? I can't keep living around these Blacks one more additional day." And she says, "I'm out of here. I'm going to this place that I paid for, even though I'm not supposed to move in until Saturday." And I gave her, what's today? Wednesday? What's today? Wednesday or Tuesday? Wednesday. So I gave her a couple free days. You know, I was on CT's panel today, and so many people, I was reading through the comments, and I don't respond to the comments a lot. One of the comments I will respond to, someone asked me about my light switches. See the light switch there? And you see the light switch right here? Look, I can just touch this, look. And the light comes on, and then I can do this, look. Look. Audi light switches, by the way. So someone asked me about those light switches in the chat. So I figured I'll tell you about those Audi light switches. You know, the title of this stream, I'm going to try to get into it. I've been drinking a little bit, I've been smoking, so I probably should have done this another day. But the reason why we're here on the Urban Landlord Clips is someone struck my channel. I have ideas who I think it is. I can't say. But nevertheless, the title for this stream may give you some idea as to who I think it could be. And it says the best Black businessmen in America are streamers. It's very interesting. Part of the reason why I say this is because, and I'll lead off with an example from earlier today. I was on CT's channel, and I logged on to CT's channel, and I'm at the intersection of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. No Black businesses anywhere around. Who would be most able to do these businesses? Who has the most entrepreneurial zeal, the managerial experience, the capital required than these Black men that we see out here, the Anton Daniels of the world? He's entrepreneurial. Why doesn't he open up a liquor store, a bunch of liquor stores? Why doesn't he build housing in these ghettos? I think the profit opportunity would be ripe for him. He doesn't do it. And I think he suffers from the same thing that a lot of these other Blacks suffer from. They much rather take the easy road, the road less travel in some cases, or the road most travel in the case that they don't want to blaze paths in their own neighborhoods where business would be easiest for them. And so a couple of streams I want to see if I can share it with you. Let's see how far it goes. How long have I been going? I've only been going 10 minutes. What? Anyway, so let me see if I can get to this. Get to some of my videos here. A couple of things I've been taking a look at. That's not it. Wrong thing. All right, give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, right. All right. We're going to start from the top, just some of the videos that I've been watching the last couple of days. I'm like, that's very interesting. Here's the first one. This was interesting. This is yeah. This is a JT Pocket Watcher. And here's him confronting Anton Daniels here. This is why I say the best businessmen in Black America are the streamers. Partly because doing business in Black America is more about personality than business acumen. It is what you
in a Patreon where we do live streams, and we doing in like a pitch series where people will come in and they will tell me what their business is, or we will all vet the business together. I'll give them my insight. And if the business is good enough, I actually fund the business and I don't take any equity in it.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of
Make that part make sense. You're funding the business, but you don't take equity. So I'm assuming this is debt. They're going to pay you interest back on your money.
Again, and what I have equated this to is the drug dealers in the ghettos. You've probably seen this depicted in many a times. Drug dealers, ghetto, Turkey, Thanksgiving. And you'll see this. You'll see many videos of drug dealers giving away turkeys in the ghetto. Here's a former drug dealer here. This is Rick giving away turkeys in the ghetto. Long lines. Rick Ross, former drug dealer, or he raps about being a drug dealer, giving away turkeys in the ghetto. This is Black women bringing out their children. They don't care what Rick Ross's reputation is. They just want a free turkey, and they're willing to overlook Rick Ross's reputation as a drug dealer, what he raps about. This is Rick Ross, the biggest boss. These blacks line up. Look at all that. And so here's Anton Daniels kind of following the same business model that blacks are willing to accept, and you'll hear him here.
So we do a lot of
Make that part make sense. You're funding the business, but you don't take equity. So I'm assuming this is debt. They're going to pay you interest back on your money.
No.
What?
So is this charity?
No, I actually like to reward the people that do the work, because what usually happens.
Hold up, bruh. You can reward the people. You know, the government is my bad. My shit's freezing up. The government rewards people by giving them loans on their businesses, hoping in the fact that they will pay them the fuck back with interest, depending on, you know, the loan and how big the loan is. So you just loaning out money. Hey, that shit kind of sounds like the money laundering, but I ain't gonna really say that out loud. But that shit kind of sounds like money laundering a little bit. But
in reality, it is not money laundering no more than drug dealers handling out turkeys would be money laundering. There is no money being laundered. He's giving out money. There are no strings attached. There's no behind the scenes, hey, give me my money back. In reality, he's not giving out a considerable amount of money. I think he says it's only about $30,000.
You're just giving out money for free, and you're not a business yourself. Like, you're not an entity yourself. I get that you can talk about some nice gestures and stuff like that, big dog. No, I gotta at least get, you know, that shit off my taxes and stuff, because you still gotta pay taxes. And one of the things he's actually accused.
When in reality, he would have already paid taxes on that money, because that would have been after tax money. There's a difference. There's a difference with a very big distinction.
Not paying his taxes or something. I think he has a lien on his businesses. That's alleged. He says he has liens on his businesses and things like that. So I don't know anything about that, but that's what the shit is. Let's get back to it.
And I give it out of my own money.
So
What
this is
you
like a grant.
You said what?
This is like a grant, like how some bigger organizations give out a grant.
Yes, and you can actually see the people that's in the Patreon and people that do it. I promote their businesses. I don't ask for any payment for it.
Yo, MFB, bro, you ain't gonna believe this shit. I did a stream. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let's see if I can show it to you. Let's see. Can I show it to you? Listen to this. Now, this is a call to a. Let's see. All right, look, I did this stream. She was apparently at the damn event where Anton and.
He's capable of.
I don't worry about.
To the top, and those that do, it's an anomaly. That's not the blueprint of what makes money, whether it be a degree.
I was taking a look at Anton Daniels' resume on my channel, on my main channel. A day later, I think he struck me, and they say he's very, prone to strike people. What you're seeing on the screen is his resume. This is a software developer's resume. This is what I was covering on the channel the other day. And this guy was not a software developer. He may have been a lot of things. He may be good at a lot of stuff, but he's not a software developer. And that is what I was covering. And the next day, I'm struck. This and that, and you got. Let's see. And he talked about it.
Yeah.
I think
After 8 months, I had to tell him to
call her. Regardless if I had back to the wheel there. Not clipped up. Let's see.
To this right here. Because what we're concentrating here is Anton Daniels. He's exposed. He is sleeping with this girl allegedly, and he is married.
MLB, if I had to be honest, very few people challenged him on his STEM. I want to show you something. Let's see if I can find it. We're going to play this out. This is the first thing, him giving out grant money. And JT the Pocket Watcher, who is a CFP.
He says he has liens on his businesses and things like that. So I don't know anything about that, but that's what the shit is. Let's get back to it.
And I give it out of my own money.
So
What
this is
you
like a
saw
grant.
happen?
Not my
You said
own
what?
money.
This is like a grant, like how some big
Yes.
organizations give out a grant.
Yes, and you can
Okay.
actually see the people that's in the Patreon and people that do it. I promote their businesses. I don't ask for any payment for it. It's a lot of people that will come back and say, Anton, help me negotiate my pay package, the whole 9 yards, but I actually wire the money. I show the receipts. I've even showed them on my regular live streams in the morning. And I just make sure that their businesses get off the ground. And I try to help them make sure that they get the experience, because a lot of people can tell you how to start a business, but very few people will actually expose you to what it takes to do so.
And like, bro, just giving someone money does not help them start a business. This is the black approach, the black drug dealer approach. And what I'm thinking is, honestly, if you go back and look at his resume, it's on LinkedIn. He's not a software. He never was a software developer. These things are very true, man. Like, I listened to him. And I think the reason why he says he was a software developer was that at the time that he was saying this, blacks were very desirous about having STEM positions. And a software developer is like peak STEM position. And that is why I think he chose that. He was not a software developer. I listened to one interview where he refused to mention a software company that he owns. How in the hell can you own a software company and refuse to pitch it? Who's going to be buying your software if you don't pitch it? It didn't make sense to me. And I'm going to pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Where is it here? Anton and tech. So Anton did a tech interview. I'm hoping I can find it. Maybe I'll do it like this. I hope I can find it. I know I have it. Otherwise, I'll look for it. But anyway, so I'm watching Anton Daniels. And he gets on a tech talk with a black guy, of all people. And the black guy wants to talk tech with him. Anton Daniels could hardly talk tech. Again, his resume does not measure up. It does not equal to someone who has a technical background. I've worked in software development all my career. Never seen an Anton Daniels type guy. Never seen it. And here he is saying that he was a software developer. And so I was curious to hear him talk software developer language. He did not have it. He did not have it. And maybe I have one of these clips here. Gosh, I hope I'm going to find that clip, whatever. But yeah, I think he didn't have it. And there were a lot of people that were very, particularly amongst the blacks, are very desirous of Anton Daniels being very successful. You know, and I'm going to probably rehash a lot of things I've covered. Here's one that I want to cover. Here's Anton Daniels in one of his houses.
Is to get a lot of tax write-offs because I'm spending the money building a company.
This is like, I'm going to explain this to you from a real estate developer perspective. I'm not a real estate developer, a real estate guy's perspective. I deal with renting properties, and that is the business that Anton ultimately is entering here. And I'm going to put this at like 1.25 speed or something like that. And go here.
We don't have no mortgages, we don't have no finances, no HELOCs, no hard money loans, no nothing, right? So, but what we do is we roll it all back into the company. And rolling it back into the company allows us to stand up more property. So I got like 4 other properties in flight that we building all at the same time. So I keep my contractors busy, I keep my carpenters busy, the whole thing. But again, the goal is to operate in a net negative because I actually want to get rid of the money. I'm not trying to keep the money. These properties are a long-term play, right? So my goal ultimately is at 43 years old, by the time that I'm 50, I want to have at least 100 of them. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I'm out here at one of my.
So you heard him there say he want to have 100 houses. By the time he's 50, he's about 44 now, give or take 40 something. And so this is the house that he's had built from the ground up. I'm going to tell you, I see very few landlords building houses from the ground up to be renters, to be landlords. I just don't see it. You're going to hear where he's going to talk about how extravagant, you're going to see it, how extravagant he built a house for renters. Listen.
Things, or what you do to acquire the money is really how you use your money in order to leverage it to make more money and buy assets. And so I want to take you through and give you a little bit of insight on what it is that I do on my side quest, how I retain all of my value, and then what my long-term prospects are and what it is that I'm trying to do long-term to ensure that my family is going to eat forever.
I really appreciate this, man. So
absolutely, my friend.
On the way here, I actually noticed that there were a number of new builds.
So I got properties in all of Oakland County and then a couple also in Metro Detroit, obviously, in Detroit itself. But I think that Waterford is one of the better spaces to work with. It's easier to stand up properties. Me working in West Bloomfield, it actually takes me sometimes 18, 19 months dealing with inspectors, dealing with the city and all of that, which I love West Bloomfield. All right. Shout out to West Bloomfield. And I love all of the cities. I work in Southfield. I work everywhere. But in certain cities, I can stand a house up in less than a year, less than 10 months from purchasing the property itself or purchasing the land itself, pulling the permits, excavation, building it, all of that. And then you ultimately, get a final inspection, which I think we just did a final inspection on Friday. So I'm not sure if we was approved in that, but I'll take y'all through and show y'all everything.
And just to clarify for the viewers of this video, this is done all out of pocket.
100%, no financing.
Wow.
So I put all of my own money up, and I'll actually give y'all some insight as I'm showing y'all the property of what my strategy is, because a lot of people only think that you can make money in real estate from flipping or getting an outside investor or getting doors and doing the Bird method, buying it, raising a property value, pulling the value out and then repeating it and still trying to, make sure that the people paying enough rent in order to cover the costs, all of that stuff. But it's a different type of game that people that have money play. And it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you can retain, and then you leverage your taxes. You leverage the tax availability of using property in order to reduce your tax income, the amount that you're getting taxed on. So it's a lot of different ways to make money in real estate, but really it's just a matter of, what your goals are and what your objective is. So
all right, let's get into this house. I want you to look at this rental property. Look at it.
So whether you go in the kitchen, obviously this is a little cubby for you to be able to hang up your stuff.
Absolutely.
Shoes, if you got kids. This is a 3-bedroom plus a finished basement. 2.5 bathrooms.
Top shelf.
100%. Everything is going to be hardwood floors. We don't have any carpet in here. Either hardwood floors or we going, do the stone tile inside of the bathrooms.
And so that's marble or granite?
Granite. This is granite. So
as a developer, we try to do mid to top shelf, but
Yeah.
like you ain't playing here.
yeah, everything is granite. So everything is gonna be stainless steel, brand new.
Absolutely.
This is a pantry.
Like, look at the level of detail for rental housing in suburban Detroit.
Every property got an island inside of it.
So do you usually keep the same color across the board?
Yeah, we do a neutral color. Occasionally we change it a little bit, but for the most part, we just do neutral colors.
Nice.
Gas stove, brand new refrigerator, dishwasher, stainless steel sink, soft close cabinets. So everything is gonna be soft close.
No expense spared.
Nope. And it's dope. And so it's all open concept. You want to be able to throw some chairs, some stools up there, and then you'll have a dining room table right here.
Yep.
And then obviously this is a living room.
Huge living room.
Massive. And so
Nice ceiling height.
Yep.
Any plans on the backyard?
yeah, so that's where we're gonna spend an extra $25,000 at, right? So again, we're gonna do
Listen to this shit. 25,000 on the backyard. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. There's no way you can go about this with this being your model and this works. I've been doing this too long. There's no way. No, he's not flipping. This is a rental property. Listen what he says. The backyard.
obviously this is a living room.
Huge living room.
Massive. And so
Nice ceiling height.
Yep.
Any plans on the backyard?
yeah, so that's where we're gonna spend an extra $25,000 at, right? So again,
25,000 in that backyard. You see that?
we're gonna do high-end fencing all around, and then we're doing a big deck.
High-end fencing and a big deck for renters. There's no way. There's no way. No landlord would do this.
So the majority of that $25,000 is gonna be spent on the deck. The deck is gonna pretty much go to length, almost the entire length of the property, all the way up until
The majority of the 25,000 would be spent on the deck. It may bring you $50 extra a month in rent, maybe.
up until you put the utilities out there or whatever.
Wow.
But for the most part, everything is gonna be top shelf.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that we
this
put
It's gonna be top shelf for $2,500 a month.
the deck in the backyard.
This is
And then
beautiful.
I guess I'll take you upstairs. We got a finished basement.
Okay.
So the basement is not just done. We got big windows everywhere. And one of the things that I also try to do when I build a property is that I try to buy other properties around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually in negotiation because they just rent next door, but I'm in negotiation with the lady that owns that property next door to try to buy that also. So,
I wonder if he bought that property next door. He says he's in negotiation.
this is gonna be the main bedroom. We put all the bedrooms on the same size. I mean, on the same
Oh, wow.
on the upper level. So we do tray ceilings in the main bedroom.
Tray ceilings in rental properties paying $2,500. Make that make sense.
Everything got built in inside of the closets. So it's a walk-in closet.
This is what the guy's gonna say about the closets.
Wow.
And then we do a multi.
Oh man, this is solid because
Yeah.
I got to admit I do cheap out a little bit when it comes to the development side of installing hardware for the closets, but you
Nope.
guys actually
I use the same carpenter. So I
Okay.
use the same contractors
Nice.
and they only work for me. So, you can put your
His carpenters only work for him. Man, you have to be moving some houses. You gotta have a lot of work to have carpenters that only work for you. This is flexing. This is like black flexing. For the initiated, it should be so easy to see. Like, I wouldn't be surprised this guy ends up in jail, bro. There's got to be some fraud somewhere going on. Or maybe he's duped enough blacks into paying the Patreon to support his lifestyle. But something ain't adding up here.
dresses up here, your suits, whatever. And then you can put your shirts and sweatshirts and then your pants at the bottom.
yeah, no expense spared. And I just want to remind folks like this is done all out of pocket.
Yeah, I don't do any finance.
No expense spared in a closet. And you just heard him say, I don't do any financing. Listen.
Shirts and then your pants at the bottom.
Yeah, no expense spared. And I just want to remind folks like this is done all out of pocket.
Yeah, I don't do any financing. I don't work with banks. I don't do any of that. So
No banks, no financing yet. This is the same guy that got his cars repossessed within the near 10 years or so. At that point, he was driving 3 cars. Like, it just don't add up. It just don't add up. I don't even want Dossy guy, right? It may be like, I just want people to see it for themselves. You don't even have to look into his background. Let him live a fake life. But for the people who have their eyes open, they should be able to see that this is all fake. These numbers don't make sense. Listen to what he's saying.
And so why not? Like, you know, you're a person that is extremely successful.
Right.
You have the means to be able to, in the asset sheet, to go show the bank.
Right.
To in turn get the loan to build out these types of properties. Why all
There is no loan, he said.
out of pocket?
Well, two reasons. The first thing is it goes back to our original conversation when we were talking about the strategies of what it is that you're looking for out of real estate. So the first thing that you want to do, most people that's getting into real estate are asking themselves, how can I make money from real estate? I already generate a lot of revenue from my businesses, from YouTube, from whatever it is that I do, from sponsorships, all of that. I'm not looking to make money in real estate. I'm looking to get rid of it.
There you go. Now it all becomes clear. He's not looking to make money in real estate. This is a vanity purchase for him. There's no way you can build a house for renters. Not to this level. It just does not work. The hell, the amount of permitting, the cost of getting all the permits and acquiring the land, you wouldn't be able to rent to poor people. Trust me. If you don't believe me, go look in your neighborhood if you don't live in just the absolute poorest of neighborhood. See what it would cost to acquire a plot of land, an empty plot. Then go get the permits to dig a basement because he said he renovated the basement. He dug out, it's a new build. So he dug down, built out a basement, the whole upstairs, all that, paying the contractors. That's about $150,000 just off the break. Just bare minimum fixtures. He says he put in high-end fixtures. The numbers just are not adding up.
This will be the 19th property that I have online. We averaging around $2,300 to $2,500 a month in rent. So we make over $40,000 a month, just flat out.
Wow.
Because we don't have any banks, we don't have no mortgages, we don't have no finances, no HELOCs, no hard money loans, no nothing, right? So, but what we do is we roll it all back into the company. And rolling it back into the company allows for us to stand up more properties. So I got 4 other properties in flight that we building all at the same time. So I keep my contractors busy, I keep my carpenters busy, the whole thing. But again, the goal is to operate in a net negative because I actually want to get rid of the money. I'm not trying to keep the money.
There you go. To operate in net negative, that's a very interesting business property.
These properties are a long-term play, right? So my goal ultimately is at 43 years old, by the time that I'm 50, I want to have at least 100 of them. Building them brand new, and I'll tell you about how I got into building them later, but building them brand new allows for me to minimize the maintenance. I don't have no property managers. I don't have nothing. And then also what that also allows for me to do is to get a lot of tax write-offs because I'm spending the money building a company and I'm focused on the assets, not the revenue that it brings in. You see what I'm saying? So I'm more focused on if I get 100 properties, and let's just say, for example, you increase the price based off of inflation, and you making $3,000 a month per property, and this is just on a single family home side. This don't have nothing to do with commercial properties. You're talking about $250,000 to $300,000 a month in revenue. Wow. With no expenses outside of property taxes, whatever maintenance and insurance. Absolutely. That's my retirement. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yo, if he doing those kind of numbers, I mean, he'd be one of the richest men in America. What's the number? $300,000 a month? What? How much?
You're talking about $250,000 to $300,000 a month in revenue. Wow.
Wow. He'd be one of the richest men in America by far. And these are like the extravagant numbers, the grandiose ideas and designs that these people are selling to low IQ blacks. This is what he's doing. And the low IQ blacks who are averse to work, they see him living a life of leisure, and they say, I want to live like Anton Daniel.
With no expenses outside of property taxes, whatever maintenance and insurance.
Absolutely.
That's my retirement. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So this, we did the double sinks. And then you have the toilet separately over here. And then you got the showers just over here. I mean,
solid.
Yeah, so you got
no way you do that for $2,500 in rent. Just no way.
a shower. Everything is custom.
Tenants?
Absolutely.
Man, that's a headache.
But not at all. I don't have no problems. I've only had rooms upstairs and then 1/2 bathroom downstairs. Yeah. So you're
managing your own tenants?
Absolutely.
Man, that's a headache.
But not at all. I don't have no problems. I've only had one tenant move out in 15 years. Only one.
So he's been doing this for 15 years and he only had one tenant move out. his stickiness of tenants is probably legendary, if that is true.
And it's only because they outgrew the place. Their kids wind up getting older and all of that type of
So
stuff.
how do you vet your tenants to a point where you can avoid those types of traditional issues that
Well,
landlords
first of all,
run
I don't
into?
depend on a property management company because I know what I'm looking for.
Got it.
Secondly, I look for people. I look at the credit score, not for the credit score itself, but just to make sure that they don't have any evictions. So that's my thing. The third thing that I do is
This is interesting because he has repossessions of cars on his credit.
I meet them, right? Because I want to know what your job history is. I want to know that you're not the type of person that's going to smoke weed. And I also look for people with young children. People with young children a lot of times have a more of a vested interest in staying, and they usually don't want to move their kids out of certain schools. You know what I'm saying? They invest in the school system. So, and then there's a couple other little tricks and stuff like that. But you kind of got to meet them. I kind of look at it like talking to women, right? Because
So you notice he mentions smoking weed, young kids. That's kind of a Section 8 demographic. Schools, things like that. It's really a Section 8 demographic, what he's somewhat alluding to. But then he's talking about this $2,500 in rent. Later on, he'll show a white family moved in. Things just don't add up. From a landlord's perspective, these things just don't add up to me.
you can look at the chick's social media on paper, but when you kick it with her in person, you're going to actually see whether or not she's about something. You know what I'm saying? So you get to meet them, you see what their real reason is for moving, you talk to them, you kind of build a relationship. And checking their credit scores just to make sure there ain't no crazy red flags.
Absolutely. So your goal is to get to 100 properties.
Well, more than that, but I just kind of put a number on it because you want to shoot for it. And when you start building 4, 5, 6 at a time, and then I still buy them turnkey also.
Okay.
So
any plans on doing commercial?
Now, one of the things you notice, he said he buys turnkey properties. Those are properties that have already been renovated by someone else. These are properties ready to go. You just turn the key.
yeah, I am. So I got a couple properties that I'm buying cash soon, and now my architect got his work cut out for him. So, but this is the second floor bathroom. This one got a tub in it. We use black hardware on everything.
Nice.
Again, same countertops, granite countertops.
Now, I just noticed something. That tub is not high end. That tub, that's one of those fixtures. That's one of those installs. You'll see it right here.
Kind of build a relationship. And checking
If
the
that
credit
were
scores
high
just to make
end,
sure
it
there
would be
ain't no
like
crazy red flags.
tile. It would be like tile up against the wall. This is one of those bath fitter type bathtubs there.
So your goal is to get to 100 properties.
Well, more than that, but I just kind of put a number on it because you want to shoot for it. And when you start building 4, 5, 6 at a time, and then I still buy them turnkey also.
Okay.
So
any plans on doing commercial development?
yeah, I am. So I got a couple properties that I'm buying cash soon, and now my architect got his work cut out for him.
So now he's going to buy commercial properties in cash. That's a step up there.
So, but this is the second floor bathroom. This one got
See, this is a bath fitter right here. This is cheap. This is 1-800 bath fitters, right? You probably seen that commercial in your on your news feed. 1-800 bath fitters. This is probably the first thing that makes sense in the house that he's shown. It's a 1-800 bath fitters, and here's some images of 1-800 bath fitters. You'll see things like this. Like this right here. This is 1-800 bath fitters. You just like plop it in. This is not custom work. This is very middle class fixtures. I would almost say even lower class, but nevertheless.
a tub in it. We use black hardware on everything. Again, same countertops, granite countertops on everything. Same cabinets. We like to use all high-end fixtures, everything like that. This right here is a laundry room. We like to always put the laundry room on the same floor as the bedrooms. We got the sink right here. Again, another granite, same thing, same cabinetry. And then we always use high-end appliances. Absolutely. So high-end, heavy-duty appliances because I don't want to be coming in here replacing stuff. And the thing about it, people have like, dealing with maintenance requests and stuff like that is so difficult. It really isn't, right? Like if somebody calls me and they says, Anton, let's say I had a property for a while. They say, well, the washing machine is broke or whatever. I'm gonna go online, I'm gonna buy another one, and I'm gonna have somebody install it. That's it.
The thing is, it's much cheaper to get them repaired if you buy good washing machines. They're not going to break down, and then you repair them. He buys high-end washing machines. A high-end washing machine, dryer, those things can be about $1,000 a piece, and he's just shelling out money for
I'm not
you.
gonna go back and forth because I also want them to be happy. So this is the second bedroom. Again, we use really nice lights, fixtures. We always put a light inside of the closet.
Nice.
And so You know, this is a 2nd bedroom. And again, we always try to use nice trim. We just like to do stuff really nice. We don't use carpet. We use the same hardwood floor throughout, from the bottom to the top, all the way in the basement. You got the little linen closet over here, $20,000. My carpenter opened up a business or whatever. Everything that I've learned, any mistake that I've made, it actually paid for itself in a lesson learned. So I don't really make mistakes from the perspective of, oh man, that was a really bad thing. I don't have no loans.
Right.
I don't have nobody that I'm obligated to. So I own it outright. I don't have no timeline. I just make sure that I continue to win. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
Let me show you in the basement.
I'm gonna tell you, even with no loans, you still have maintenance issues. You have taxes, you have insurance, you have just the upkeep of the property. And again, this is a full bill, including a basement. Most of the time, if you plan on renting this place, you probably wouldn't dig out a basement. You probably wouldn't do that.
Again, as you can see, everything is the same hardwood floors. We don't stamp out. Finished basement completely.
Wow.
So essentially, people can use this as another bedroom. They can use it as storage. We always do the same ceiling. So, you know, we always make sure that we paint the ceilings black and everything. But we just want to make sure that my goal when I do these properties is to make sure that people don't want to move out when they compare and contrast to what they would get if they went somewhere else. If you move out, then you're moving out because you absolutely have to. Your job changed, you got to move to a different state or something like that. But you're not going to get the same quality for the price. And we just kind of look at it just like any other business. We look at it like the dope game. Like, if you come to my place, you're going to get the best product for the lowest price.
And I told you, I said earlier, Anton Daniels is looking at this like the dope game. Hence the free money giveaways and things like that. And I'd seen this video before, but I don't think I heard him refer to the way that he looks at business as the dope game. But you heard it there from his own mouth. He sees the way he does business akin to
different state or something like that. But you're not going to get the same quality for the price. And we just kind of look at it just like any other business. We look at it like the dope game. Like
the dope game.
If you come to my place, you're going to get the best product for the lowest price. And you're not going to want to go nowhere else. So,
and there you go. And that is kind of the first installation, I think, that I'll do here on Anton Daniels. And I think this is a proper ending point. It shows the mindset of blacks and that everything they do is oriented toward what they have seen and done successfully, and that is the dope game. That's what their movies are about. That's what their music is about. And that is their most successful people are what? Drug dealers. And now Anton Daniels has taken the mantle and he's taken it to the business arena, and he has applied the dope game mantra
for the price. And we just kind of look at it just like any other business. We look at it like the dope game.
We look at it like the dope game, like any other black business. That's how Anton Daniels sees it. And this is why it is so difficult for Anton Daniels to take his message to the Republican National Committee convention and he talk about, I got 5 bad bees with me. It just doesn't cross over. And that is what I've been trying to explain by discussing these issues. That's probably why I spent so much time on CT's panel. Because again, this is very interesting to me. Let me see. At this point, I guess I should take a few phone calls. Wait a minute, just got a reservation? Shit. Got a reservation. Airbnb. Things are starting to heat back up here, guys. Let's see. Reservation. Jose. Nice. Things are heating back up. Let me see if I can call someone here. It's a late night. Guys, you want me to hang around and call someone? I'll call a guy. Hold on. This nigga call me like in the middle of the night. 1 minute. I just fucking look his number up. Fuck that. That's it. All right. Let me call it.
What your bitch ass on?
Fuck you up too, nigga.
Doing shit, sitting up here trying to get this board filled. What up?
You heard it? We played that. I played the video for you the other night. When that lady offered me them yams, she said she got a big old backyard on it, huh? What you know about it?
What you seen?
Nah, hell nah, bro. I ain't give a damn about that. Why would I care about that? You know I don't care about that. Who you got? Nita in the background? You on my stream, bro. Look yourself up.
Look myself up.
You want to see yourself?
Hold on.
Well, you can't see yourself. You can't see yourself because you ain't visible on the stream and shit. You know what I mean? Man, I tell you, I think Anton Daniels struck my channel, bro. You heard?
You told me that.
That's some wild shit if he struck my channel, bro, huh? That's some wild shit. Man, he a fraud, bro. Anton Daniels a fraud. You heard?
He a fraud.
He a fraud, bro.
Fraud.
Yeah, he a fraud, bro. Listen, I want you to listen to this. Listen to this. See, this is why I speculated a while back about Anton Daniels. Listen to this.
Then you moving out because you absolutely had to. Your job changed, you got to move to a different state, something like that. But you're not going to get the same quality for the price. And we just kind of look at it just like any other business. We look at it like the dope game. Like,
you heard that? He said you look at
like it's the dope game.
He said he look at his businesses like the dope game. Right? That's how blacks look at business. Like it's the dope game, like it's a hustle. That's Anton Daniels right there saying he looks at his businesses like the dope game. Right?
It sounds like to me that he's want to inquire himself as being
like, let me ask you this, Red. When we were growing up, who's the most popular people growing up?
Shit, the doctors and the lawyers.
But it wasn't that many doctors and lawyers. Who was it? It was the dope man. Correct.
Yeah, the dope man.
It was the dope man, right? And how did the dope man get rich? What was some of the tactics that the dope man did in the Black America? Do you know?
It's describe something.
They would give out turkeys and shit like that. Free food, turkeys, right? You familiar with that, right? Hey, the blacks giving out turkey for Thanksgiving. He a dope dealer, but he giving out turkey, so I'm gonna look past him selling dope, right? Right. And so Anton, he does the same thing, or does the same thing where he would give out money to people that were part of his network. Right? He admitted to this.
So what money did he give out? Did he
would give out
pay somebody bills or car note or house mortgage?
No, what he would give out is like, let's say you're a member of my club. You're the member of the Anton Daniels Bag Chasers, right?
Okay.
And then he said, for all the members of the Bag Chasers, and I got 20,000 members, to one lucky member, I'm gonna give $30,000. That makes sense, right?
You got 20. You got 20 goddamn.
20, yeah, you got 20,000 members, maybe. But he says, I give out money. I give out $30,000 to listen. I'm gonna play it for you. Listen. Stop. Listen. I want you to listen because I'm exposing something to you. Listen. I want you to listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I want you to listen. Yeah. Listen. This is John Galt exposing Anton Daniels. How the blacks play a hustle. Oh shit! Hold on. What happened? What happened? Listen, I want you to listen to Antonio. This is Antonio Daniels, bro. Listen. Oh, sorry. All right. Listen, I think this is it.
Any equity in there. So we do a lot of.
Listen, here it is.
Make that part make sense. You're funding the business, but you don't.
Listen.
So we do a lot of.
Listen.
Make that part make sense. You're funding the business, but you don't take equity. So I'm assuming this is debt. They're going to pay you interest back on your money.
No.
What?
So is it charity?
No, I actually like to reward the people that do the work, because what usually happens.
Hold up, bruh. You can reward the people. You know, the government is my bad. My shit's freezing up. Pay them. That shit cannot. You can talk one of the business.
We see
some
what you.
Let's get back to it.
Is, and I give it out of my own money.
So
what
this
you
is like a grant.
You said what?
This is like a grant, like how some big organizations give out a grant.
Yes, and you can actually see the people that's in the Patreon and people that do it.
See that? You see that? What
so he's not giving his personal money.
No, he is. Listen, bro. Let me see if I can explain this. Right? Hold on. Be quiet. Don't talk. Be quiet. Don't talk. You're gonna interrupt my thought. Let's say I had 20,000 people paying me $5 a month. Right?
Okay.
How much is that? How much is that? It's 100,000. Correct?
Yeah. Right.
Well, how do I keep these people paying me $100,000 a month? How does the church do it? How does the church do it?
Yeah, I see where it's going.
Now, hold on. Okay, so I get $100,000 a month from Patreon. And every 3 months, let's say I'm about to reward one of my members of Patreon with $30,000 free. I'm just going to give it to you. No questions asked. Right?
That's the money that you done hustled out them $5.
Thank you. Right? No, I'm going to take it a step further. What if I get the money to one of my Patreon members that's a buddy of mine?
And behind closed doors, y'all cut it down the middle.
You understand? Now what have I done? One of the things is I bought loyalty from these dumb blacks who think they really had a shot at getting $30,000. You understand that?
Right.
You understand? That's what Anton Daniels is doing. That's why he said he operates like a drug dealer, right?
Yeah, he bamboozles motherfuckers.
Right. What businessman? I mean, I say I got the dope, but my shit fly off the shelf like dope. Right? So, but what businessman like compares his practices to like dope? Right?
Con artist.
That is correct. And so we got a private eye. Man, I tell you, I don't want to go look into this guy's shit. He already done fucking struck me, I think. So someone said he's buying up a bunch of empty lots and 1-bedroom shacks. You know what's interesting about the MFB? You say he's buying empty lots. One of the things is that he could have, he's such a smarty-arty person. He may know what's coming. He may know what's coming around the curve there. And, bought up some properties to go one day be very profitable. You never know. Anyway, that is Anton Daniels. I think it's enough for him for tonight. I don't want to talk about any more about Anton Daniels for the night. Anyway, I got enough of Anton Daniels to. Yo, you know what I want to do this? I do want to do this though. Is Nita in the room with you?
Nita?
Yeah.
Nah, she's back there in the bed.
Listen, I want you to listen to the white man talking to Anton Daniels. You hear me? You want to listen to it? You want to listen to this?
Hold on. Let me see if Nita so she can hear.
She want to hear it too. Listen.
We're gonna listen to this right quick.
It's a white man.
All right, she right here.
It's a white man talking to Anton Daniels.
Very disrespectful, and he shows so much restraint. Americans and people across the let's get right to it.
I don't care about what you're talking about, bro. You guys care what we think. Yeah, I want to hear what you gotta say. None of your generation cares what we think. Okay? You said that yourself, right? When you're talking about being considerate, but yet you are very inconsiderate as I cannot hear what's going on. How did you address that? I said it. What the fucking way that I helped build?
Look at that energy.
Take care of yourself. Can I ask you a question?
Look at all that energy that he got for him. Now I understand the bleed that he sees that much.
It's a white man talking to Anton Daniels.
Make me fucking famous. James Francis of Louisville Jr. I'm in Facebook jail right now for talking shit like this. And it's called reality. My grandfather helped build this motherfucking city. And you know what? The people who see me on this recording are gonna laugh their fucking asses off. They're gonna fucking laugh. I'm gonna make you so famous. Fucking hard.
See, that's the white man telling Anton Daniels, man, my fathers built this city. You can't embarrass me, boy, you with this newfound wealth of yours on the internet. Like, these blacks really have gotten ahead of themselves, thinking that by the fact they get on the internet and can yap and make a couple $1 million, that they somehow some kind of masters of the universe. You understand what I'm saying, Red? Huh? Huh? You understand what the fuck I'm saying? Huh?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand this kind of shit, right? Like, these damn blacks, listen, these damn blacks, right? Anton Daniels, like, would not be anything without the internet. He wouldn't be anything. Without him being able to get up on the internet and run his mouth and follow the news cycle, he would not be anything. And yet, he really thinks he's smarter than he really is by factor of the internet. You understand what I'm saying, Red? Red, you understand what I'm saying? Huh? Like, that man ain't that smart, man. What you think he that smart? Huh?
Yeah,
you think he that smart? I'm asking, do you think Anton Daniels is that much smarter than you?
Like, to the internet shit, he might be, but I don't do no internet shit. I'm a worldly person. Like,
whatever.
I go out here, I build shit. I use my hands. I ain't into that.
Yeah, and he can't do that.
But I don't think he's smarter than me as far as.
But he thinks he's really
living in all. But you know, shit,
hey, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you a question. He tries to portray himself like a Christian. What do you think about most Christian preachers?
Man, come on, man. Ain't nobody perfect.
I'm asking you, what do you think about most Christian preachers?
Christian preachers, like, they're human.
What do you think about most black Christian preachers?
Black or white?
I asked you about black. Why can't you focus on what I asked you about? I didn't ask you about black or white. I asked you about black. Can you focus? If you can't answer the question, that's fine. I asked you about. I asked you about black preachers. What's your thoughts about black preachers?
I don't have no thought about them. They just, preachers. They're human.
Have they been mostly hustlers in the hood? Good people? How would you describe them?
To describe them like they're human. Like,
are they good people? Are they good or bad, man? Would you describe them as good? Okay, it's no right.
Describe them.
It's no right and wrong answer.
Look, I can't describe them.
All right. Hey, as long as you know me, and I'm jumping around here, as long as you know me, what did I do for a living?
Rent houses.
But what did I do other than rent houses?
Shit. You're IT guy.
So listen to this shit. Listen to this
A
shit.
program developer or something.
Yeah, listen to this shit from Anton Daniels.
Focus on.
So I was front end mainly, right?
Mhm.
I started off with HTML, CSS,
Yeah.
JavaScript, and then obviously you got to be able to do, you know, some database work in order to be able to pass off what it is that you're filling into the forms. You know, so that it forwards over into whatever, even as simple as filling out a form, somebody clicking it, submit, and then forwarding it over to your email.
Okay.
You know, you need to understand JSP. You know,
Let me explain
So
something.
basically,
Let me explain to
go
you.
ahead.
All right, let me explain something to you. You know, for my audience here, so they can best understand. Let's see. JSP.
Hold on for a second. I got a phone call. Keep talking though.
So, what Anton was talking about was, let me zoom in on this. JSP stands for Java Server Pages, which helps developers to create dynamically web pages based on HTML, XML, or other types.
Okay, I'm listening.
ASP, damn. ASP, damn, I lose the fucking page. ASP stands for Active Server Pages. One stands for Java, one stands for Active, which is used in web development to implement dynamic web pages. So they both do the same thing. You see this? Java Server Pages helps developers to create dynamically web pages. Active Server Pages, which is used in web development to implement dynamic web pages. You got it? So they both do the same thing. You got it?
Right.
Right?
Right.
So you got it, right? ASP and JSP. You got it? Right. Now listen to now I want you to listen to Anton Daniels again.
to your email.
Okay.
You know, you need to understand JSP. You know, I was more of a front end guy.
Get it? Did you get it?
Yeah.
What did you get from that?
He's basically like he don't know the difference.
No. Let me ask you this. Let me try to put it in your parlance. What's the difference between the impact drill and the other type of drill?
The impact drill, it gives you more performance. Like,
Gotcha. I don't need to know. They both can do the same thing, but one is different from the other.
Yeah.
Right? That's ASP and JSP. Now I want you to listen to him again, right? See, again, I'm a software developer, and I'm listening to this, and he can't explain the difference between the two types of drills. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't get it. Listen, let me see before I play the video.
You just listen. You just explained it to me. Just did.
Okay, so I put it in your parlance, right? Two types of drills, right? So now you got it. Now you got it, right? Right now, and I've explained ASP and JSP to you, correct? Right?
Right.
ASP, JSP, ASP, JSP. Right? Now listen to Anton Daniels.
One give a better performance.
I didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
I just need you to let me know that you know the difference between the two. You know the difference. And you can explain the difference, correct? Right?
Right.
And listen to Anton Daniels talking about two of very similar technologies. He can't even mention the second one. And I'm going to explain that in just 1 second. Here's the thing. Which drill is used more? The impact. What's the other drill?
Regular drill.
The regular drills are used more for precision, is that right? And the impact is used more to like do the holes and shit, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the impact gives more performance.
More torque, right?
Yeah, more torque. Yeah.
And so Anton Daniels here cannot explain the difference between ASP and JSP. But the interesting thing is, which one do you think is the more popular?
What, JSP?
No. ASP.
ASP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Is it used more?
Look. For those of you looking at your screen, let me see. You can see it right here. JSP is the least used technology. Look, you can see it. I ain't got no reason to lie to you, right? Look, JSP is the least used technology. You see this? I got no reason to lie to you, right? He mentioned the most least used technology. Why do you think he mentioned that?
He probably don't use it. He probably doesn't use ASP.
JSP.
Well,
he doesn't use JSP. But why did he mention the most widely used technology? The regular drill. Because he doesn't use that one either. He had just heard of the impact drill. Never really used either one of them. But in casual conversation, he could talk about them the way I can talk about drills with you. And you use drills much more regularly than I can. Do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah. He doesn't know the difference.
Well, he doesn't have the experience to be able to explain the difference. It's a big difference, right?
Right.
If you're using drills every day, you know the difference by virtue of how you use them, correct?
Right.
Right? Somebody hand you an impact drill, you say, no, give me the other drill. Anton Daniels did not know the difference between ASP and JSP. He mentioned the least used technology. This is him.
So he's basically, you're saying, is a fraud.
He's a fraud. This right here is not. This proves it.
So I was front end mainly, right? I started off with HTML, CSS.
It's not even a skill. HTML and CSS is not even a skill. You hear that? It's like something.
So you saying that he's basically just of hearing names and just putting them out there.
Yeah, you're a fraud.
Of not having any kind of experience.
He's a fraud.
On-hand experience.
We got a software developing audience right now. Richard, of the two technologies, ASP and JSP, if you heard someone say this,
learn or focus on.
So I was front end mainly, right? I started off with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then obviously you got to be able to do, some database work in order to be able to pass off what it is that you're filling into the forms, so that it forwards over into whatever, even as simple as filling out a form, somebody clicking it, submit, and then forwarding it over to your email.
Okay.
You need to understand JSP.
What comes next, Richard? JSP, then what? JSP, and then what? ASP. Active server pages. JSP is the least used technology because PHP is simpler, and ASP.NET, ASP, is better at integrating with Windows. JSP is almost unused nowadays. Richard, when the last time you used JSP? When the last time you even heard of JSP being implemented? Richard, when last time you used JSP? Java server pages. One of the other things you didn't notice, if you listen, look, I'm gonna play it for you again. And you see, you don't even read. You don't even know what you're not listening to. What Anton Daniels. See, this is what I'm saying. Anton Daniels, you never use which one, ASP or JSP, Richard. See, look, I'm gonna explain to you like how Anton Daniels gets over on the not so intelligent black people. I'm not saying they're stupid, but they don't understand, higher levels of things, right? So Anton Daniels, he comes up and he talks about, I was a software developer, JSP and shit. He could go up on 1 million black YouTube panels. And if he said JSP, their eyes would glaze over. Oh, well, he's smarty-arty. JSP. Listen to this. Listen to this smarty-arty black.
I was more of a front end guy. But the only reason that I even went into that, right? I was really a designer at heart.
Okay.
So I was the person that wanted a better experience.
Learn or focus on.
So I was front end mainly, right? I started off with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then obviously you got to be able to do, some database work.
Yo, Red, do you know what HTML and CSS is?
No, I don't know what that is.
You know what it is? Does it sound high level or low level to you?
Sounds low level.
Why does it sound low level to you?
You said it's just some words like ACB or something like that.
HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Does that sound high level or low level to you now?
The way you describe it now sounds high level.
Sound high level, don't it?
Yeah.
What about CSS, my nigga? You know what CSS is, boy? You know what that is?
I'm not the computer savvy guy like that.
So if a Negro came up to you talking about he know what CSS is, what would you say?
Okay. I don't know what it is.
Do you know, have you ever heard of it before?
No, I don't go into computer terms and shit like that. Now you tell me something about a tape measure.
But no, I get it. I ask you. But if you heard CSS, what would you think? If somebody said, hold on, let me rephrase the question. If somebody said the CSS is a style sheet language used for specifying the presentation and styling of a document written in a markup language, which is HTML, would you know what the fuck they're talking about?
Fuck no.
So
I wouldn't know a thing about it.
So if a person came to you and said, hey man, I know HTML and CSS, you would think that person would probably be pretty damn smart, correct? In the black community, you think you're real smart, huh?
Yeah, in his field. Like shit, I don't know nothing about that.
Ask Nita. Is Nita close to you? Is Nita close to you?
See right here. Hold on.
Ask her, does she know what CSS and HTML is? Richard,
Ask her
I know.
again.
Nita.
What?
Have you ever heard of HTML? How about CSS? Do you even know what the fuck it means? Okay, I want to play something to you. Can you hear me? You can hear me. So I want to play something to you. Listen to this.
Learn or focus on.
So I was front end mainly, right? I started off with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then obviously you got to be able to do, some database work in order to be able to pass off what it is that you're filling into the forms. You know, so that it forwards over into whatever, even as simple as filling out a form, somebody clicking it, submit, and then forwarding it over to your email.
Okay.
You know, you need to understand JSP.
He sounds pretty smart, doesn't he?
Mm-mm.
What do you mean?
I don't know the terms, but I did all that nursing home, like forwarding files, electronic files. If they got something to do with computer work and sending files and stuff like that, I just don't know the terms of them, but I've done it before.
See, what that black does not understand. Somebody say he sound dumb as fuck. That's a software developer saying it. What he doesn't understand is this. Listen, what he doesn't understand is this right here. In software, there's a thing called separation of concerns. Richard, you ever heard of that? You're a young man. They may not talk about that anymore. Separation of concerns. See this? Separation of concerns can be understood as the principle of software design that the source code be separated into layers and components that each have a distinct functionality with as little overlap as possible. See, do y'all understand what that means? Nita? Red, do y'all understand what separation of concern means? I'm going to try to explain it by using Anton Daniels' own words again. Listen to this. Listen.
Focus on.
So I was front end mainly, right? I started off with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then obviously you got to be able to do, you know, some database work in order to be able to pass off what it is that you're filling into the forms, you know, so that it forwards over into whatever, even as simple as filling out a form, somebody clicking it.
What he's talking about, he's jumping over all the separation of concerns. He's saying, hey man, I did the front end work, I did the back end work, I did everything. I don't think so. I think he's just talking shit. He has not done software. He's about my age. He doesn't have the experience in software that I do. Red, you know me a long time. What have I done all my life that you know me?
Software.
Right? And see, most people wouldn't be able to catch what Anton Daniels said. But as soon as he mentioned JSP, bro, I was done.
Focus on.
So I was front end mainly, right? I started off with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then obviously you got to be able to do, you know, some database work in order to be able to pass off what it is that you're filling into the forms, you know, so that it forwards over into whatever, even as simple as filling out a form, somebody clicking it, submit.
See, like even the language he's talking, bro, filling out a form, somebody clicking it. He didn't mention validation, right? You know what validation is on the form, Red?
Yeah. Tell me.
You ever went and filled out a government form and they said, damn, you didn't put your birth date in correct, or you didn't fill out this field, you didn't put your address in proper and all that.
Right.
You ever heard that? You ever seen that before?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what that's called?
Right.
You know what that's called?
What is it called?
What that's called is form side validation. Right? Form validation is the process of checking user input to ensure that it complies with the expected format before you do what? Submit it to the server. So, you know, when you fill out a form and you hit click, if you filled out the form correctly, it packages up that data and it sends it more than likely to an API. Don't worry about what that is. But if the data wasn't filled in properly, then it says, hey, Red, you need to go look at this field right here. You didn't put your middle name in. You got it? You ever seen that before? Huh?
Yeah, it turned red.
It turned red, right?
Yeah.
That's called form validation. Red. That's called form validation. Mm-hmm.
All right.
When I first started out, that was done on the server side. But now it's done on the client side. You hear me, Red? Don't worry about what that means. Don't worry about what that means. Server side, client side, doesn't matter. But when I hear Anton Daniels talk about he worked on the database and submitting the form, Richard, what event fires when you click on the button to submit a form? You know what it is, Red? Red, do you know what it is?
No. Go ahead.
It might be something like this. It's many ways you could do it. It could be something like this. Minimize my screen a bit. It could be something like this. You look at Richard. Richard, I'm putting you to the test here. And so it could be something like this. You see this? Or you can't see it. React events are written in camel case. Nigga, do you know what camel case is? Nigga, hey, Red. Do you know what do you know what camel case is?
No, not knowing what it is. If it's computer terms, like no.
If I told you I need you to write your code in camel case, would you know how to write it? That's a yes or no. There's no right or wrong answer.
No, like I don't know computer terms.
But so do you notice that you didn't hear Anton mention any words like camel case, APIs, ASP? He said some shit like this. When I heard this, bro, I'm like, what, nigga, what? It hurt my ears to listen to this. Listen.
Off what it is that you're filling into the forms, so that it forwards over into whatever. Even as simple as filling out a form, somebody clicking it, submit, and then forwarding it.
Clicking and submit is a what? What? Somebody clicking, submit, somebody fill out a form. Like, he can't give me the technical behind that. You understand? Like, there's a lot of technical stuff behind that he's glossing over because he's talking to this guy who's not that intelligent. Does that make sense? It'll be like me talking to you about software. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so you just take whatever I say. So you take whatever the hell I'm saying as the gospel, right? You can't challenge me on that, right? Now we start talking about drills and shit. You got me, right? Right. And this is what you're seeing here. Anton Daniels is talking over this young man's head. He probably so happy to have Anton Daniels on his channel that he can't ask him tough questions. You understand? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I'm trying to explain here, right? Like, if they start asking Anton Daniels, like, Red, you ever heard of a foreign key?
A foreign key?
Yeah.
That's on the computer.
Tell me,
keypad.
Tell me what a foreign key is. Tell me. Red, I need you to tell me what's a foreign key. Tell me what's a foreign key.
Nigga, I do not know in computer terms. Is it on the keyboard of the computer?
Give me your top 3 guesses of what a foreign key is. There's no right or wrong. I don't even expect you to know.
I don't know, but I'm just giving a wild guess.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what a stored procedure is?
A what?
A stored procedure.
Hey, you and these computer terms, this shit is killing me. I don't know nothing about computers.
Do you know why someone would use a stored procedure? You definitely would know.
Yeah.
All right,
You just said storage. Storage information. Shit, I don't know what the hell.
So here's a foreign key, and there's constraints. A foreign key, and I'll share my screen with you. The foreign key is used to prevent actions that would destroy links between tables. Let me see if I can give you an example. I'm trying to give you one off the top of my head. All right. Here's a good one. I'm gonna give you one in the parlance that you would know. Let's say you had I'm trying to think. Damn, I was gonna go with this, but that may not be a good one. All right. You got a table with your social security number in there, right? Right. You know, you got your social security number. You got you got your name, Red. You got your birth date, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say you had children, right? Right. And all of those children would have the same father's social security number, correct? Right. So the primary key would be what? Your social security number, correct? Right. In one table. In one table, the primary key would be your social security number. There can only be one you with a social security number with your number, right? Correct? But your children, but you could have many children. There could be, oh shit, man. Listen, bro, like nigga, shit, be quiet for 1 minute. Be one minute. I don't mean to tell you be quiet, but you know what I mean. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain it to the audience. Here you go. And this will explain it to you as well. And I'll see if I can. Listen.
Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be doing a video on simple and his pet names. And so this leads to a lot of duplicate information and a lot of problems.
All right, this ain't a go. Hold on. I need a short video. It should be able to be explained real quick. Hey, how many children do you have? Red.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, one son.
How many children could you have?
To have around about 5 or 6.
In reality, you can have 1 million children, right?
Right.
And all of those children, when they went to fill out a form, they said, "What's your daddy's social security number?" It'd be the same number, correct?
Yeah.
They all had the same number, right?
Right.
In software, in database design, you know what that's called, Red?
What's it called?
One to many. Right? I'm showing it on the screen for my audience. This is what I had to learn. One to many. Look, let's see. Listen. Look.
One father
that
for
we
many children.
have.
Yeah.
The other one is one too many. What that means is that one entity can have a relationship with multiple other entities, but a specific entity can only be related back to one other entity. I know that sounds a little confusing when we're talking about entities and all this conceptual high-level thinking. But think of it like comment on a website. When you go onto YouTube or whatever, you go below, you can leave a comment on my videos. That comment is only owned by you. It has your name. That is a one-to-many relationship. The reason for that is you can make many comments, but an individual comment is only owned by one person. So to draw that out, you have a user.
Right. Okay, that's
but see, I'm giving it to you, dope man parlance. One man could have many children.
Yeah.
That's one to many. You get it? Right? You got it?
Right. Well, I got it.
Right. See, that's software. You just learned it, right? Then you could have something like many to many, right?
Right.
Can you give me an example of many to many?
Many to many.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like shit. The kids to something that's open, like this ain't not just your show. Something that's I don't know if I'm gonna explain it right up. But I get the concept of what you're saying.
All right. Richard is example. I'm a little drunk. Many to many is like you can be in many organizations, many groups, right? You can be a member of the Kappas, the Alphas, the Boule, right? And say users can be in multiple companies. Make a user company bridge table and use foreign key of user ID and company. Yeah, I've gotten a little too in depth for you, but basically you can link data. So let's say you're don't get offended. I'm just speaking out loud, okay? Your welfare data could be in one database or one table in the database. Red has received welfare, blah, 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 whatever, right? Your children's school information could be in another database. Red has one son that, blah, 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 blah. Then you could have, I don't know, let's just go with that. They could say, we got so many children on welfare because the database in the schools show children on welfare. And then, maybe we match it up with the parents because they done told us what the parents' social security number is. And now we can do a kind of a match. Now you're kind of starting to match the data. Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah.
Right? That's why you have data validation to make sure you put in the proper social security number and things like that so that they can match it. When I used to work at Fannie Mae, they used to try to match securities for collateral purposes. And we would have to do it manually, some sort, what the computer didn't catch. But this is kind of how things work, Red. See that? Many to many, one to one. Then on it goes, it gets even more complicated from there. How you write queries, unions, left joins, inner joins, right joins. Just imagine how complicated it gets. See, this is just the what they call it, Richard? They would call it. This is the design. This is the what do they call it? The design of the I forget the name. Shit, I forget. But anyway, so that's what you're saying here. And so when you listen to Anton Daniels, I guarantee you, he can't talk this talk. He can't talk this talk. Can't do it. You hear me, Red? You hear me?
Yeah.
Right. Let me see. Like there's so much. Let's see. Red, you know what an abstract class is?
What?
You know what an abstract class is?
Class.
Yeah.
No.
You ever heard of it before?
No.
You want to hear what it is? Here it is.
Hey, programmers and game developers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use abstract classes in your projects. You'll see how to simplify your code and make it easy to add new features with class handles on Trigger Enter 2D, but they also have methods that have no.
Red, I don't know. Are you looking at my screen? Red.
I'm about to get on your screen.
Well, anyway, there at the top of the line right here, it says, and I want to see if you can understand this. Richard, do you understand what that means? Should I zoom in for you, Richard? Look. Damn. Can you see that, Richard? Don't tell the audience, Richard. Don't tell the audience, Richard. Can you tell me what that means? What does that first line mean, Red? Can you at least figure it out? Can you figure that line out? That first line. Just the first line.
Hold on. I'm trying to get on your thing.
Anyone other than Richard, does anyone know what that first line means? I wish Anthony Daniels was in the audience. We could ask him.
Anthony Daniels gonna kick your ass.
I wish you could see this first line.
What? Hold on, Chris.
You can ask Nita too. Both of y'all put y'all heads together. See if y'all can figure out what that first line. Just one line of code. Yeah, I know, Richard. Yeah, I know I'm on the clips.
I'm trying to get on your
I'm on my clips channel, so you may not be able to find me. Anyway, Red, look, Red, I'm gonna read it to you. So you don't have to worry about it, right? It says public. You know what public means, right?
Yeah.
Abstract.
Public.
I don't need you to tell me what it means. Just say yes or no. Abstract. Do you know what abstract means? It's kind of hard for me to define it for you. But
to take away from.
Okay, I ain't gonna try to describe it. I ain't gonna try to describe it for you. Class. Do you know what? You probably ain't gonna understand that, but don't worry about it, right? And then the name of the class is called item. And then after that item is a colon. Do you have any idea what that colon, like what that colon means?
From what you're saying, I'm picturing it in my mind. Like I want to know what it stands for.
The colon stands for inherits, right? And it inherits what follows behind the colon. So in this instance, public abstract class item inherits from mono behavior, the class mono behavior. I know you don't know what that means, right? And I'm trying my best to explain to you in your world, right? Because you're not in my world, right? You're in your world.
No, I'm not in your world.
But it applies in your world, right? And the best way I can probably put it that I know your world is the two different drills do the same thing, correct?
Right.
But one has additional functionalities over the other, correct?
Right.
But they both have the core functionalities, correct?
Right.
I think that's close. I don't know if that's good. But anyway, so that first line of code is saying the class item should inherit and implement the methods of mono behavior, or in this case, abstract class. So that would be, it would have to implement it, right? So you'll see it. I'm a little drunk, but basically there are two methods: on, trigger, enter, 2D. It's expecting an object type of, what's it? Collider 2D. The variable name is collision. Some implementation there. And void means that it returns nothing. All this to say is like, it's like a different language, Red. And Anton Daniels cannot talk this language. You understand, Red?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I wanted to highlight here. What do you think, Red? Hey, Red, you know, today I went out to the liquor store. Man, you know what? I want to play something for you, Red. Nigga, you don't even get this kind of shit, Red. You ain't no player like this. Like, listen, I want you to listen to this, Red.
Oh, Lord, go ahead.
Listen. Where did I put this shit? Listen to Red. Listen to Red. Red, I want you to listen to this. Oh yeah, here it is. Red, I want you to listen to this. Listen, Red. Listen. Listen.
You look just like that room.
Okay, so I can do Thursday if that's fine with you.
Listen.
All right, we good. Hey, Mama,
Listen.
are you still kind of
Hold on, Red. Hold on, in the background. Listen.
Okay, so I can do Thursday if that's fine with you.
Sounds good.
All right, we good. Hey, Mama, are you still kind of aunt for you?
You got an aunt for me? You send her my number.
She got a big back. She Jamaican.
She got a big back and she's Jamaican. You heard that, Red? She said, "Are you single? I got an aunt for you with a big back." You heard that, Red? Why you think she offered an aunt?
Okay, so I can do Thursday if that's fine with you.
Listen, Red.
All right, we good. Hey, Mama,
Listen.
are you still kind of aunt for you?
You got an aunt for me? You send her my number.
She got a big back. She Jamaican.
You got a big back. You heard that, Red? Ask Nita what you think about that, huh? She offered me up her aunt. She let me.
Okay, so I can do Thursday if that's fine with you.
Sounds good.
All right, we good. Hey, Mama, are you still kind of aunt for you?
You got an aunt for me? You send her my number.
She got a big back. She Jamaican.
Got that big back. I would tell Lisa, you better get you better stay in line, Lisa. You better stay in line, Lisa. I got a big back Jamaican, ready to get on the roster. Listen.
You got an aunt for me? You send her my number.
She got a big back. She Jamaican.
You got that big back for John Golf. I am that nigga. Red, you heard that big back for me.
Man, I'm watching some shit right now live.
You heard that woman say, you heard that woman, hey, I don't worry about this shit. You heard about that woman said she got that big back for me, Red?
Oh my God, that's no goddamn big back woman.
Hey. I know you don't like that, Red. Like, the women don't be throwing it at you like that for the work you do. They throw it at me for a place to live. Boy, that she throwing her aunt at me, Red. You heard that?
Yeah.
Big back Jamaican. Huh? Bring your aunt over here, girl. Bring your aunt over here. What do you think about that, Red? Big back Jamaican. Hey, ask Nita what she think about that. Put Nita on the phone. Hey, put that shit down. Hey, put that shit down in the background. Put Nita on the phone.
Nita is not stuck by no big back woman.
Put it on the phone. Put it on the phone, goddamn it. Hey, shut up, man. Put it on the phone. Put Nita on the phone. Put Nita on the phone. Nita, listen. I want you. Hey, cut that shit down in the background. I want you to listen to this right here. Can you hear me? I want you, look, hey, Nita, look. This lady offered me this. Listen.
Like that room.
Okay, so I can do Thursday if that's fine with you.
Sounds good.
All right, we good. Hey, Mama, are you still kind of aunt for you?
You got an aunt for me? You send her my number.
She got a big back. She Jamaican.
This lady came to look for a room. She rented a room for me today. And when I was showing her the room, she said, "Are you single, John Galt? I got an aunt with a big back. It would be perfect for you."
How to let you go?
Hey, what?
Huh?
What did you say?
How the auntie look?
See, I don't know. I ain't see it. She said she got a big back. But my bigger point is, I'm down on the street, Nita. You know what I'm saying? You know what I do, right?
Yeah.
And look, I was showing people that earlier today. I went to the liquor store today, and like people were offering me food stamps, bikes, all kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the hood, you know, it's got its pluses and minuses. That is what it is. Look at this shit.
And that's a good and bad thing.
For the people that can take advantage of it, it's a good thing. Let me see. Let me show you this. Let me show my.
No. I'm saying that's an eye opener for you. Motherfuckers know who the hell you is. So you need to humble your mouth sometimes, motherfucker.
Shit. Hold on. Don't get too off the rails here. Let me show my audience what this guy offered me today. Damn. I showed it early on CT's panel.
Do you know what's going on with ICE today?
I don't give a fuck about that shit. Well, what's going on?
You need to. They might knock on your goddamn door and think you African. You send your ass back to Africa. They fucking with anybody now. See, they shot that white woman in the face. They don't give a damn.
And for my audience here, I don't worry about that. Look, this guy offered me a bike right here. This is an NCM German-built bike. NCM there. For those of you that can see the bike, NCM, and then there's what's the other bike? You showed me a couple of things. Bowser looking. See, you got the hook up on looking and everything. So Richard, you will bar some code. Man, you know, Richard, I tell you, I've been getting so many calls from Indian recruiters, bro. And it's actually in my field of CMS systems. Now, I told you, Richard, I used to develop a lot of Sitecore CMS. And this is what I used to develop, Richard. A lot of Sitecore CMS. You know what? Let me show you. I work with this dude, Richard. Look at this. I work with this dude. Look, oh man. Look, man. Man.
Started in software development, did some architecture and stuff, and then some BA work. And I was a slightly overconfident software developer / BA that was tasked with.
The white dude right here. His name is John West. Inside the mind of John West from CTO, the champion of open enterprise orchestration. I work with this dude.
I'm reading books on.
Look, listen. Sitecore CMS John West. Damn, John West. That's right. He went to Singapore. He's working in Singapore. Look around and see myself in one of these videos. Yeah, John West. I work with him. Let's see. See if they're gonna have to listen. John West. Inside the mind of John West. John West. He was living out in Singapore, I think. It's 10 years ago. John West story.
Normally, I do these things for you within the company to fix the product or to implement features that are requested commonly, or.
He's the CTO of Sitecore. It's a technology that I developed. Red, you probably have heard me mention Sitecore over the years. You ever heard me mention Sitecore? Yeah.
I've heard that's some type of company.
It's a company, but they develop software. And so any company is like multilingual, personalization, stuff like that. Sitecore was like the preeminent software at the time, and John West was like the preeminent software developer for Sitecore. He built a lot of the Sitecore modules and stuff like that. Anyway, I ended up working with him at Consolidated Edison's. He was living in Singapore at the time, and but he architected Consolidated Edison's Sitecore content management system, and I worked with him. And he was considered like a guru of Sitecore. So to have worked with him would be like the apex of the Sitecore professional's career. And so I worked with him for about a year. Yeah.
Did you learn anything from him?
Not really. To be honest with you, I mean, maybe just working there, I learned. I didn't have a lot of interaction with him, so I can't say I learned anything specifically from him. But the implementation of the project would have been led by him from the Sitecore standpoint. I mentioned separation of concerns, and that was a company that had very, very, very distinct lines, separation of concern between like the services and the Sitecore were very, I forget what kind of API management service that they use, but they use the API management service to handle all of that. So anyway, again, as I was saying to you, this whole thing, when you're looking at a website, something like that, it's all a bunch of components. And some of those components are updating dynamically. Think about like a stock ticker. You look on your phone, the stock is trading at $37.50. You look back down 15 seconds later, it's trading at a different price. And there has to be like, calls and updates, polling or whatever. I don't know how they were architected to make sure that you're getting as up to date as possible stock ticker prices, so on and so forth. So that's the kind of architecture that I work with. Very interesting. Ready, Red. Red, you with Trump or you with the Democrats and ICE and all that?
Man, so since we on that,
yeah,
play that again.
Play what?
You saw this, how the whites is taking up for the blacks against the ICE people.
Yeah, that is interesting.
$50,000 over 5 years. $50,000.
Hey, what do you think? What do you think about immigration, or Red? Red, you think there should be more immigrants here or less? Cut that shit down a little bit. Red, you think there should be more immigrants here or less?
Shit, listen.
More or less. Just say yes or no. More or less. Just say one number.
If you think about it, slavery would have existed longer than it
Red,
did.
cut your TV down a little bit. More or less, Red.
Listen to this.
I can't hear this shit, but cut your TV down. I asked you a question because my audience can't hear this. More or less immigration, Red. What do you think?
I really can't say because
all right. That's all right.
I
I don't need the explanation. You say you can't say. That's fine.
Yeah, I can't say.
All right, gotcha.
Because I got some good Mexican partners.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any good black partners?
Handful.
Say what?
I don't deal with everybody.
I asked you, do you have any good black partners? I didn't ask you if you deal with everybody.
Yeah, I have a few.
Do you have more Mexican partners or black partners?
Black partners.
I'm talking about in construction.
I have more black partners in construction than Mexico.
So why are you worried about immigration? Are you dependent on the Mexicans?
I'm not dependent on nobody.
Okay. Guys, this has been great. This nigga has a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast forward. I am the nigga, John Paul. This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the lean. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden era faded, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, living dreams. Now they zoned out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted the back in the day. The rock had a wild and free. Different story now, they got no energy. New drugs got M Snow with the hit unload. Eye closed and they don't dance no more. Block used to be jumping, top shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am a nigga. I bring it to you rough, rockin' and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off. Shit just don't hit the same.
I am that nigga.